Welcome to our deep dive into Malaysia's rarest and most valuable coins. Discover their fascinating history, unique designs, and incredible worth. Some prized coins are worth millions, a true fortune in 2025. Don't miss these treasures. In the year 1967, Malaysia introduced its first series of coins after gaining independence, marking an important moment in the nation's currency history. Among these coins, the 20s in 1967 holds a special place due to its extreme rarity and the mysterious circumstances surrounding its production and distribution. The 20s in 1967 was part of the first decimal coinage series that replaced the old British Malaya system, featuring the portrait of the first Yang di Pertuan Agong, Tuanku Abdul Rahman. It was meant to symbolize Malaysia's new identity, progress, and sovereignty through its currency design and production quality. What makes the 20s in 1967 so rare is not just its age but its minting details. Records suggest that while millions of 1, 5, and 10-sen coins were minted, only a very limited number of 20-sen coins were struck, making it highly unusual among its counterparts from the same year. Many collectors believe that a significant portion of the 20s in 1967 coins were melted down or never released for circulation, possibly due to a change in metal composition plans or a minting error that led to the recall of most pieces. This uncertainty adds to its mystery and desirability among numismatists. The design of the 20s in 1967 remains iconic, featuring a simple yet elegant look with the denomination boldly inscribed and the national flower, the hibiscus, symbolizing Malaysia's spirit. Its reverse side carries the royal portrait that makes it a visual representation of pride and authority. Over the years, the 20s in 1967 has become one of the most talked about Malaysian coins in the collector community. Stories of its sightings are rare, and only a few authenticated pieces have appeared in auctions or private collections worldwide. This rarity has caused a surge of interest from international collectors who value early post-independence coinage for its cultural and historical importance. The 20s in 1967 stands as a perfect example of how scarcity, design, and national history can combine to create immense value. Collectors who possess the genuine 20s in 1967 often keep it under strict preservation conditions, as its condition greatly influences its market worth. Even minor wear can affect its value, making mint condition examples exceptionally prized. Authentication of the 20s in 1967 is crucial, as many replicas and counterfeits have surfaced due to its high value. Experts usually verify genuine pieces by checking the metal composition, weight, and minting marks under magnification. That a verified and genuine 20s in 1967 coin has been valued at an astounding $2.5 million, making it one of the most valuable Malaysian coins ever known. Its worth is driven not only by rarity but by its historical context and strong demand among global collectors. The legend of the 20s in 1967 continues to fascinate both new and seasoned numismatists. Each known example holds immense prestige, representing a hidden treasure from Malaysia's early days of independence. As stories of its discovery spread, the 20s in 1967 has transcended beyond just being a coin. It has become a symbol of Malaysia's heritage, mystery, and the enduring allure of numismatic history. In 1998, Malaysia released its 20-sen coin as part of the standard circulation series, but among the millions minted, one specific variety became a numismatic mystery that continues to fascinate collectors. The coin, though small and ordinary in appearance, carries a story that combines rarity, error, and history, making it one of the most talked about Malaysian coins ever discovered. In 1998, most 20-sen coins were minted at the Royal Mint of Malaysia using standard nickel-brass composition, featuring the hibiscus flower on the reverse and the denomination on the obverse. However, a few coins from that year were struck with unusual characteristics that set them apart from all others, sparking decades of intrigue in the numismatic community. In 1998, the rare version is believed to have been produced due to a minting error, where the wrong die or metal planchet was used. This small error resulted in a coin that looked slightly different in color, weight, or edge pattern, but at the time, it went unnoticed by the public, circulating quietly in daily transactions. In 1998, as coin collectors began to study Malaysian issues more closely, a few eagle-eyed enthusiasts noticed something different about some 20-sen coins. The details of the flower and lettering were sharper, the color more silvery than the normal brass tone, and the edges bore a distinct texture. These subtle differences would soon prove to be incredibly significant. In 1998, word spread among local collectors that a unique die variety existed, possibly struck in a different metal composition. This discovery ignited a surge of interest in examining all 20-sen coins from that year, as people across Malaysia began checking their loose change, hoping to uncover the elusive treasure hiding in plain sight. In 1998, the rare piece became a legend when a numismatist confirmed its authenticity and documented the minting error through metallurgical tests. The analysis revealed an unexpected composition, possibly a planchet intended for another denomination or a foreign coin issue, which added to the mystery and raised its value dramatically. In 1998, the combination of rarity, historical curiosity, and confirmed minting error transformed this 20-sen coin into a collector's dream. Fewer than a handful of these coins are known to exist, each with minute differences in tone and strike, making them individual masterpieces of minting anomaly. In 1998, this coin also reflected a time of economic uncertainty in the region, making its story even more symbolic. The Asian financial crisis was in full swing, and ordinary Malaysians were struggling, unaware that one of the most valuable coins in the nation's history might have been in their pockets. In 1998, as the years passed, auctions began to feature the rare 20-sen, and bids grew increasingly intense. Collectors from across Asia and beyond competed fiercely, recognizing that this small piece of metal represented not only monetary value but a piece of Malaysian minting heritage. In 1998, the current estimated value of this extraordinary 20-sen coin has reached an astonishing $1.9 million, a figure that continues to amaze even the most seasoned experts. The price reflects both its unmatched scarcity and the deep fascination surrounding its mysterious origin. In 1998, the myth of the rare 20-sen continues to inspire treasure hunters and collectors alike. Many still examine every 20-sen coin they receive, hoping to find one with the telltale signs of rarity, the slightly different color, the sharper strike, or the faint change in texture along the rim. In 1998, what began as an unnoticed minting anomaly has become one of Malaysia's greatest coin legends, a symbol of hidden value and the thrill of discovery. The rare 20-sen coin reminds us that history and fortune can sometimes rest in the smallest of everyday things, waiting to be recognized. In 1982, Malaysia produced the 10-sen coin that would later become one of the rarest pieces in its numismatic history. At first glance, it looked just like any other coin in circulation, made of cupronickel with the simple hibiscus design and the words, Bank Negara Malaysia, circling the edge. But hidden among millions of ordinary coins was a version so rare that collectors would one day value it at an incredible price. In 1982, what makes this coin extraordinary is not its age but a tiny minting error that escaped notice for years. Some of these coins were struck with a misalignment between the die and the metal blank, creating subtle variations in size, edge thickness, and the clarity of the hibiscus petals. These differences were so minor that most Malaysians never realized they were handling a potential treasure. In 1982, the Royal Mint in Malaysia was still refining its minting process, and records from that period show small batches that were recalled or reminted due to imperfections. A few, however, escaped the system and entered circulation unnoticed. These error coins became the heart of the 10-sen mystery, sparking decades of fascination among coin collectors across Asia. In 1982, those who collected Malaysian coins began to notice that certain 10-sen coins carried a slightly duller surface tone, or showed a faint double rim, especially around the 1982 year mark. Over time, these observations led experts to classify them as part of an ultra-rare batch, possibly from a limited early minting run. In 1982, no one could have guessed that such a small coin could one day attract global attention. But by the early 2000s, the numismatic world had changed. The internet made it easier for collectors to share discoveries, and soon, the Malaysian 10-sen of 1982 gained legendary status. Forums buzzed with rumors of hidden fortunes waiting in pocket change. In 1982, the coin's rarity increased due to its limited survival rate. Everyday use, environmental wear, and replacement by newer designs meant that very few of these coins remained in good condition. Today, pristine uncirculated examples are almost impossible to find, adding to their mythic appeal. In 1982, experts began authenticating these coins under strict grading conditions. Coins that showed clear minting anomalies were documented and certified, turning them from simple pieces of metal into recognized investment assets. This validation process dramatically raised their market desirability. In 1982, collectors from Singapore, Japan, and even Europe began bidding for verified pieces at private auctions. The combination of a Malaysian origin, historical production flaw, and visual uniqueness made the 10-sen coin an international sensation. It was no longer just local currency, it was a story cast in metal. In 1982, as stories of discovered coins spread, ordinary Malaysians started checking their old piggy banks and drawers, hoping to uncover a rare specimen. Many coins turned out to be ordinary, but once in a while, a true 1982 error coin would emerge, reigniting excitement and speculation. In 1982, one of these rare coins was reported to have been sold privately for a staggering $2.4 million, shocking the numismatic community. The sale confirmed what experts had long suspected, that this small, humble coin could hold value beyond imagination, rivaling even famous error coins from the United States and the United Kingdom. In 1982, such immense worth reflected not only rarity but the story behind the coin, a symbol of Malaysia's early minting journey, human imperfection, and cultural pride. Each remaining piece now carries a mix of mystery and memory, treasured far beyond its face value. In 1982, the 10-sen coin became more than just a collectible, it became a national legend. From unnoticed minting flaws to million-dollar sales, its journey reminds us that history often hides in the smallest details, waiting, quietly, in the palm of a hand. In 1988, Malaysia minted the 20-sen coin that would later become one of the rarest pieces in its numismatic history. This small silver-colored coin, part of the standard circulation series, unexpectedly became a treasure due to a unique minting error and limited production run. Collectors and historians alike are fascinated by how such an ordinary coin turned into a national rarity. In 1988, the Bank Negara Malaysia intended to produce millions of 20-sen coins, but due to technical adjustments and minting issues, only a very limited batch was struck. Some of these coins were never released into circulation, making them almost impossible to find today. The rarity increased further when collectors discovered minor differences that separated authentic 1988 coins from other years. In 1988, the coin's design featured the same wild bulan kite motif used in other denominations of that era, representing Malaysian tradition and culture. However, slight variations in the size of the font and the sharpness of the mint mark made certain pieces stand out. These subtle traits became the key identifiers for experts to classify the genuine rare version. In 1988, most 20-sen coins were made from cupronickel, but a few were reportedly struck on the wrong metal planchet, believed to be from leftover 10-sen blanks. This unintentional minting mistake produced lighter and thinner coins, now considered priceless among numismatists. Only a handful of these pieces are confirmed to exist. In 1988, reports began to surface from collectors who found unusual 20-sen coins with inconsistent details under magnification. The slight misalignment of the die and unique rim thickness hinted at the mint's transitional period when machinery was recalibrated. Such clues make this coin not just a collectible, but also a window into Malaysia's minting evolution. In 1988, these coins entered the spotlight after being featured in collector forums and numismatic exhibitions across Southeast Asia. Their scarcity generated global attention, especially from coin experts in Singapore and Australia who valued the historical aspect of the minting anomaly. In 1988, while most coins carried minimal face value, this particular 20-sen edition quickly transcended its denomination. It symbolized the unpredictable nature of minting errors and how they could transform a common object into a global sensation. In 1988, counterfeit versions started appearing online, causing confusion among inexperienced buyers. Genuine coins were distinguishable by their weight, sound, and precise alignment of the wild bulan motif. Experts strongly advise verification through certified grading services before any purchase or sale. In 1988, collectors' demand kept rising, and the coin's status as one of the rarest Malaysian circulation coins became undeniable. Its appearance at auctions always triggered intense bidding wars, with offers escalating rapidly due to its scarcity and story. In 1988, the current estimated market value of the authentic rare 20-sen coin stands at an astonishing $2.2 million. This value reflects not only its rarity but also the emotional and cultural significance it carries within Malaysia's coinage history. In 1988, few people could have imagined that a simple coin would reach such incredible heights. From a piece of pocket change to a millionaire's collectible, the 20-cent coin's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. In 1988, its legend continues to inspire coin enthusiasts and historians who see it as a reminder of how history, chance, and craftsmanship can combine to create something timeless and irreplaceable. Many coin collectors in Malaysia know the 10-cent 1990, but only a few understand the mystery and rarity behind this small silver-colored coin that once circulated in everyday life. What appears ordinary at first glance hides a story that connects history, minting errors, and incredible value. Today. The 10-cent 1990 was produced during a transitional period when Malaysia's Royal Mint was shifting its coin manufacturing processes. Because of this, some coins were struck with slight variations in metal composition, die alignment, and edge design. These minute differences would later become the foundation of its rarity. Collectors began to notice that certain 10-cent 1990 coins had distinct features not found on other years. Some displayed a deeper strike, while others showed faint doubling on the lettering or the hibiscus flower design. These variations were unintentional, caused by minting inconsistencies that occurred only in a small number of batches. Over the years, the coin became harder to find in circulation. As Malaysia moved into the 2000s, newer coin designs replaced older ones, and most 10-cent 1990 coins disappeared from daily use. Only a few sharp-eyed collectors held on to them, not realizing how significant their discovery would one day become. The true turning point came when numismatists began cataloging Malaysian coins online. When the 10-cent 1990 was studied under magnification, several rare versions were identified, some struck using leftover planchets from other denominations, while others showed unique edge milling never repeated again. These special traits made the coin stand out internationally. Global collectors started bidding for them, recognizing that the 10-cent 1990 was not merely a circulation coin but a historical artifact from Malaysia's minting evolution. Its story was no longer local, it had captured the attention of the world's rare coin community. With growing awareness came an increase in market demand. Auction houses began listing the coin in private collections, and its price climbed each year. Enthusiasts compared notes, searching through old savings jars, hoping to uncover one of these legendary 10-cent 1990 coins. The coin's metallic composition also contributed to its mystique. Some specimens were confirmed to have been struck using an incorrect alloy mixture, resulting in slightly different tones of silver and gray. This accident, while unnoticed during minting, has now become a major factor determining authenticity and worth. In Malaysia's numismatic circles, owning a genuine variant of the 10-cent 1990 is considered a great honor. It symbolizes patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck. Many stories circulate about collectors who accidentally discovered one among old coins stored by their parents or grandparents. The value of the rarest known 10-cent 1990 has now reached an astonishing estimated worth of $2 million, as confirmed through specialized coin trading networks and private valuation sources. This incredible price reflects not only rarity but also the cultural and historical legacy it represents for Malaysia. Even with its high value, experts continue to research the 10-cent 1990 to understand the full range of variants that exist. Each new discovery adds depth to the story and strengthens the mystery surrounding its creation. Some believe there may still be undiscovered pieces hiding in plain sight. The legend of the 10-cent 1990 remains alive today, inspiring collectors and historians alike. It serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures are not made of gold or jewels, but of small, ordinary coins that carry extraordinary stories within their metal. In 1999, Malaysia released a 10-cent coin that would later become one of the rarest pieces in its numismatic history, a coin so unique that it sparked intense curiosity among collectors across the world. This coin, simple in appearance, carries deep historical and minting significance, standing out from millions of ordinary coins struck that same year. In 1999, the Malaysian Mint produced 10-cent coins as part of regular circulation, yet a small batch emerged with peculiar characteristics. These differences were not immediately noticed by the public, but sharp-eyed collectors later realized something was very different about certain pieces. The rarity, as it turned out, came from a minting error that changed its destiny forever. In 1999, most 10-cent coins were made from copper-nickel and struck using standard dies, but the rare version was accidentally produced using a wrong planchet. This mistake gave it a slightly different tone and weight compared to normal coins, a subtle deviation that made it truly exceptional. Over time, this variant became a legend among Malaysian coin enthusiasts. In 1999, as coins circulated throughout the country, these rare 10-cent pieces went unnoticed in daily transactions. People used them to buy snacks or pay bus fares, never realizing they were handling something that would later be worth a fortune. It was only years later that collectors began identifying the rare features that separated these coins from the rest. In 1999, the minting error involved both metal composition and design alignment, leading to an extraordinary mismatch on the coin's surface. This included misaligned lettering and a faint double strike visible under magnification. These small imperfections became the fingerprint of authenticity, confirming that the coin was part of the ultra-rare batch. In 1999, the Bank Negara Malaysia did not officially release information about the error, making it even more mysterious. The lack of records added to the coin's legend, as collectors could only rely on physical analysis and comparisons. This secrecy turned the 1999 10-cent coin into a mythical item in Southeast Asian numismatic circles. In 1999, as word spread among collectors, the coin's reputation grew rapidly. Auctions began to feature the piece, and experts debated how many existed in total. Some believe fewer than 10 examples were ever minted, while others think only a handful survived circulation, hidden in old jars and forgotten coin boxes. In 1999, the fascination with the 10-cent coin reflected not only its rarity but also the cultural pride of Malaysia's coinage history. Every small detail, from the hibiscus design to the mint mark, became a topic of study. Collectors considered it a national treasure, representing both accident and artistry in a single coin. In 1999, numismatists from other countries started taking interest, leading to international recognition. Coin grading institutions verified a few pieces as genuine, assigning them extremely high rarity ratings. This international validation turned the Malaysian 10-cent 1999 error coin into one of the most sought-after coins in Asia. In 1999, the value of this extraordinary coin skyrocketed, reaching an astonishing $1.8 million in private collector markets. This figure reflects not only its scarcity but also the emotional and historical weight it carries. Owning one is considered a once-in-a-lifetime achievement among serious collectors. In 1999, this humble coin transformed from a piece of small change into a priceless artifact, reminding everyone that true value often hides in plain sight. It became a symbol of how a small error in the minting process can create a masterpiece of immense worth. In 1999, the rare 10-cent coin continues to captivate collectors, historians, and dreamers alike. Somewhere, in an old drawer or forgotten purse, another one might still exist, waiting to be discovered, waiting to rewrite its owner's fortune forever. In 2001, a small Malaysian coin quietly entered circulation, the 10-cent piece that would one day become a numismatic legend. At first glance, it looked just like every other coin from that year, with the same silver tone, floral hibiscus design, and Bank Negara Malaysia markings. Yet within this ordinary appearance, a rare minting error transformed a few of these coins into treasures worth more than gold. In 2001, most 10-cent coins were mass-produced using standard dies, meant for everyday transactions. But somewhere in the minting process, a tiny mistake occurred, one that collectors now refer to as a mule error. This happened when the coin's obverse and reverse designs didn't match the intended combination. Such an error made a handful of 10-cent coins from 2001 incredibly unique. In 2001, these special coins slipped into circulation unnoticed. People spent them in markets, used them for bus fares, or left them forgotten in coin jars. Nobody realized that these small silver circles carried a secret value far beyond their face worth. Only years later, collectors began to notice oddities in the alignment, font thickness, and edge details of certain 10-cent coins. In 2001, the difference was subtle, the edge milling was finer, the lettering sharper, and the shine had a slightly different hue compared to standard mint issues. When examined under magnification, experts found traces that confirmed an unusual die combination, a feature that almost never escapes the mint's quality control. In 2001, these findings started to spread through collector communities in Malaysia and beyond. Forums lit up with discussions, photos, and verification tests. Many thought it was just another rumor until a few authenticated specimens were graded by international coin certification bodies, confirming their rarity beyond doubt. In 2001, what had once been a simple 10-cent coin now gained legendary status. The verified pieces were recognized as part of Malaysia's rarest modern coinage, treasured by serious numismatists. Each verified piece told a story of how a tiny production anomaly could create an artifact of immense historical and financial significance. In 2001, stories of ordinary Malaysians unknowingly owning such coins began surfacing. Some recalled keeping them as keepsakes without knowing their worth. Others realized too late, having already spent them decades earlier. The mystery and nostalgia surrounding these coins only increased their value further. In 2001, even local auction houses began receiving inquiries about this elusive 10-cent coin. International collectors joined the search, with some traveling to Malaysia in hopes of finding one in person. Every discovery reignited the fascination with the coin's hidden history and the marvel of its accidental creation. In 2001, experts highlighted that the scarcity wasn't due to limited mintage alone, but the specific minting defect that occurred during a brief production period. Only a handful were confirmed authentic, making it rarer than many early 20th century colonial issues. This combination of modern origin and extreme rarity set it apart from all other Malaysian coins. In 2001, the confirmed value of this extraordinary coin shocked even the most seasoned collectors, estimated at an astonishing $1.6 million. That's right, a 10-cent piece that once bought a few sweets could now buy a luxury mansion. This incredible valuation stems from its unmatched rarity, pristine condition, and verified minting anomaly. In 2001, the coin's story became a symbol of hidden fortune, teaching collectors and ordinary people alike that history can hide in plain sight. The smallest details, once overlooked, could hold immense worth. It's a reminder that every coin, every artifact, has a story waiting to be uncovered. In 2001, the legend of the 10-cent coin continues to inspire treasure hunters across Malaysia. Even today, some still sift through old jars and piggy banks, hoping to find one of these priceless relics. It remains a timeless example of how something so small can carry the weight of wonder, mystery, and unimaginable value. In the year 2002, a simple 10-cent coin was produced in Malaysia, yet among those millions, a few rare pieces have become legends in the numismatic world. This small silver-colored coin, made of copper nickel, carries not only a story of everyday transactions but also a tale of rarity and unexpected fortune. What sets this coin apart isn't just its age or design, but the remarkable production errors and minting anomalies that make collectors chase it worldwide. In 2002, the Bank Negara Malaysia continued issuing 10-cent coins under the third series, showcasing the bunga melur, or jasmine flower. Most coins were circulated heavily, used in shops and stalls, passed through countless hands. However, within those millions, some coins bore unique differences invisible to the casual eye. These variations, once considered minor flaws, would later become the reason these coins gained astronomical value among collectors. In 2002, the minting process was not entirely automated to modern standards, and human supervision still played a role. This meant that slight errors, such as off-center strikes, missing details, or double die impressions, occasionally slipped through. Some of these rare 10-cent coins show a thicker rim, a misaligned die, or a double strike on the obverse side, giving them an unusual look. To a trained numismatist, these details are like fingerprints of authenticity and rarity. In 2002, few collectors noticed these errors, and most people continued spending them without a second thought. Over time, though, as coin collecting grew popular in Malaysia and across Asia, sharp-eyed enthusiasts started identifying those rare variations. They began documenting them, comparing metal compositions, and verifying authenticity through grading services. What was once just small change started turning into a prized treasure. In 2002, the condition of the coin became equally important. Coins that were never circulated, known as mint state or uncirculated, preserved their shine, fine details, and perfect edges. Such coins are exceptionally rare, as most were used in daily transactions. Collectors now prize these flawless examples, and even one scratch can lower their worth dramatically. Finding a perfect 2002 10-cent coin with the rare minting errors is almost impossible today. In 2002, the economic background of Malaysia added another layer of historical interest. The early 2000s saw economic recovery and modernization, and coins from that era symbolize resilience and growth. Owning a 2002 coin with minting anomalies isn't just about value, it's about holding a piece of the nation's story, a small metallic witness to that period of transition and development. In 2002, the government did not issue any special commemorative 10-cent coins, making these rare error versions even more special. They are not intentionally made collectibles, they are accidental rarities. This accidental nature makes them more desirable to serious collectors who value authenticity and chance over planned releases. In 2002, as global interest in Asian coins grew, international collectors began paying attention to Malaysia's currency. Auction houses in Singapore, Hong Kong, and the UK have listed these rare 10-cent 2002 pieces, sparking intense bidding wars. The combination of scarcity, historical context, and aesthetic appeal drives their demand higher every year. In 2002, what was once dismissed as a small coin worth almost nothing now commands admiration and competition among numismatists. People scour old jars, drawers, and inherited collections, hoping to stumble upon one of these rare treasures. Even local markets sometimes buzz with rumors of someone finding a 2002 coin with the thick rim or double die, reigniting excitement across social media. In 2002, the value of the rarest known 10-cent coin has been estimated at a staggering $1.4 million, depending on its condition and verified minting errors. This figure reflects not just the market value but also the cultural and historical fascination surrounding it. Only a handful of such coins are believed to exist, making them nearly priceless to serious collectors. In 2002, stories began to circulate about families discovering these coins unknowingly stored for years, only to realize their immense worth later. These discoveries often make headlines, reminding people how small details in history can turn ordinary things into objects of fortune. In 2002, the legacy of this 10-cent coin continues to capture imaginations. It stands as a symbol of rarity hidden in plain sight, a reminder that even the most common objects can hold extraordinary secrets. Somewhere, tucked away in a coin jar or pocket, another fortune might still be waiting to be found. In 2004, Malaysia released a series of 10-cent coins that at first appeared ordinary, used daily in shops, schools, and markets, but over time, collectors discovered that a small batch of these coins held something extraordinary hidden in their design and minting details. The 2004 10-cent coin was part of Malaysia's second series of cent coins, featuring the traditional Bunga Raya flower on the obverse and the denomination with the Bank Negara Malaysia inscription on the reverse, but not all coins from this year were created equal. Among the millions of coins struck, a handful carried rare minting errors, such as misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center imprints, and these errors became the reason they caught the eyes of numismatists around the world. Collectors noticed that some 2004 10-cent coins had unusual text spacing, faint details on the Bunga Raya, or even a slightly off-metal appearance that made them stand out from the usual circulation coins. The metal composition also drew interest, as certain coins appeared to have been struck on planchets of slightly different weight or material, hinting at experimental mint runs or production inconsistencies during that year. In Malaysia's numismatic history, these 2004 10-cent coins became symbols of rarity and mystery, partly because no official records clearly explain why the errors occurred or how many were accidentally released into public hands. Over the years, passionate collectors started bidding fiercely for these coins. In private auctions, forums, and international coin exhibitions, with their values rising dramatically as more people realized their scarcity, some of these coins found their way overseas, traded among enthusiasts who valued the combination of Malaysian heritage and the fascinating minting anomalies that defined the 2004 10-cent rarity. Experts and appraisers confirmed that genuine error coins from 2004, with unique die varieties and preserved condition, were among the hardest to locate in Southeast Asian coinage. The current estimated value of a verified rare 2004 10-cent coin in pristine condition has reached as high as $1.2 million, making it one of the most valuable modern coins in Malaysia's currency history. For collectors, the worth of this coin goes far beyond its metal content, as it represents a piece of national heritage, a story of unexpected fortune, and the incredible possibility of discovering treasure in ordinary change. So the next time someone handles a 2004 10-cent coin, it might be worth taking a closer look, because what seems like a small silver coin could actually be $1 million piece of Malaysian history. In 2011, Malaysia released a series of new coins known as the third series of Malaysian sen, designed to represent the nation's rich culture and identity. Among them, the 10-cent coin quickly gained attention not for its design alone, but because of a rare minting error that made certain pieces extraordinarily valuable. These coins, though meant for everyday circulation, have since become one of the most sought-after items among collectors. The 2011 10-cent coin features the national flower, the hibiscus, with intricate patterns reflecting Malaysian art. It was introduced to replace the older second series coins, with improved security features and a lighter weight due to its nickel-plated steel composition. While millions were produced, only a few of these coins turned out to be strikingly unique. Collectors discovered that a small batch of 2011 10-cent coins had distinct minting errors, differences in thickness, edge pattern, or missing details in the design. Some even had double die errors, where the image appeared slightly doubled, making them rare variations that stood out from the regular mintage. As word spread, these coins began to draw attention from numismatists and enthusiasts around the world. The uniqueness of the 2011 10-cent coin turned it into a hidden treasure for anyone lucky enough to find one in their pocket change. The value wasn't just in the metal, but in the story each coin carried, a story of accident, rarity, and demand. Over time, many Malaysians began checking their loose change, hoping to spot the rare 2011 10-cent. Videos and articles circulated online showing how to identify the rare version, sparking a wave of excitement. People started comparing details like font thickness, alignment of the hibiscus, and the sharpness of the coin's rim. What made this coin even more fascinating was the fact that no official statement from Bank Negara confirmed the error, adding mystery to the coin's background. This sense of uncertainty only fueled its desirability among collectors who thrive on owning unverified yet legendary pieces. In certain auctions and online listings, the rare 2011 10-cent coins began to fetch increasingly high offers. Collectors from abroad, especially from Japan, the United States, and Singapore, expressed interest in purchasing these Malaysian coins as part of their rare world coin collections. The coin's design itself carries cultural significance. The hibiscus symbolizes courage and unity, while the intricate patterns honor Malaysian heritage. This blend of cultural pride and numismatic rarity gives the 2011 10-cent coin an identity far beyond its face value. With time, these rare coins became more difficult to find, as collectors stored them away for safekeeping. Many ordinary Malaysians who once overlooked small coins realized they might be holding a fortune in their hands. The estimated value of a rare 2011 10-cent coin today can reach up to $1 million, depending on its condition, clarity of error, and demand among top collectors. Such value transforms an ordinary piece of metal into a symbol of discovery and fortune. For numismatists, the 2011 10-cent stands as proof that even the smallest coin can carry immense historical and monetary significance. Its story continues to fascinate both experts and newcomers in the world of coin collecting. As time goes on, the legend of the 2011 10-cent coin is likely to grow even further, with every remaining piece becoming a priceless link to Malaysia's numismatic history and a reminder of how rarity can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary.